Hello everyone, Vermont Rail Fan 555 here. I apologize for the very long delay in videos, but school's been quite busy and I've been busy with looking for a full-time job position. There's been lots of stuff going on, so I'm very sorry for the long delay in vids. I promise you that this channel will continue. It just might become a little more sporadic as I'm still looking for, I might be getting a full-time job soon. Specifically, hopefully ECI and constructions here in Vermont will hopefully possibly give me a job position. At this point, I'm just yet to getting the full job experience. But enough about that. Today we are here back with another review, and today we are taking a look at a new product released by Athearn Genesis, and it's the Athearn Genesis SD70M-2 2.0 version of this locomotive in Vermont Rail paint job, the new red and white color. I've specifically got 431 and 432. Today I'll be showing you 432 in the review video, as the 431 is the exact same, apart from a couple differences. This is equipped with Tsunami 2 sound and LED lights, and pretty much almost a lot of new stuff for Genesis 2.0 line. So without further ado, let's get started on the unboxing of this brand new locomotive released back in December, announced back in December, and given to me back in May, just back today in this May. Okay folks, let's get started here. Apologies for the noise in the background. It is like you're probably hearing my little oscillating fan in here. It is quite warm. The good news is that I'm going to be getting a little portable air conditioner should be here soon, so that should not be a problem. But it's comfy in here, so it does good. So let's go ahead with the unboxing. As typical with Athearn Genesis, they will often give you the protective cardboard protection sleeve to protect the box from shelf wear. As I mentioned before, that's their 75th anniversary. I mentioned that in the P42 review. The box has not changed in a while, apart from the gold color. I think that's new. So just lift the lid off. Take a look what we have here. All right, we got some paperwork. Got your Athearn news flyer. Go on to athearn.com and you'll learn everything on all their news on products and stuff, Horizon Hobby, etc. It looks like we have, oops, I'll get that after that. I'll get that in a bit. We've got an exploded parts diagram. This is new. They did this for the P42, so this seems to be a new theme that Athearn is going with. So if you ever lose a part or need a part, you can contact Athearn and they can help you with that. And on this side, it's a little bit more of a breakdown, and then the part numbers and the descriptions. So that's pretty much all you need to know for that. For the SD70M-2. And what fell on the floor is your 1-year limited warranty from Horizon Hobby, Athearn Railroad, Athearn Trains, and Horizon Hobby. Send in the information and you can get your products under warranty. And then you've got the ever popular quick start guide or informational manual. Has not changed ever since. Goes over maintenance, handling, goes through lubrication, DC sound, etc. Got the function table, which looks like, according to this, only F21 and 22 are not used, and 28 as well. So pretty much tricked out on all functions on this 28 function decoder. Goes over more CV combos for different horns, bells, prime movers, etc. Gives you all the blow-by-blow CV values, DCC sound, etc.
A lot of CV mapping. Gives you a lot of information. Basic troubleshooting, which this looks new. I have not seen it before. Unless they changed it. I'm not sure. Then you got warranty. A little bit more on their warranty in the book here. And FCC compliance, so an 18-page booklet. Always in a nice glossy finish from Athearn Genesis. You've got the engine itself. You got a little piece of foam protecting the unit in the box when it's being shipped. And there's the beauty right there. So we've got something in the little thing. I'm going to zoom out for a sec. Got a little thing in here. Looks like we got some sanding lines that are optional to put on the engine. And they're black, so that fits the truck design of this unit. Let's pull this sucker out. Now, Vermont Rail got these units back in 2015, and in 2017 and 2007, they did a little bit more improvements on these things. They got them from the VTRX lease company in somewhere down in like Tennessee, I guess. I don't know, I'll have to look it up. But these originated from Florida East Coast. So Vermont Rail got 2 of them, and then Providence and Woodchester got 2. The Providence and Woodchester ones are back with GS Wyoming at this moment as of this video. So with traditional, so this is like back to the original packaging that Athearn has used. You just got your standard pull-out sleeve. You've got the clamshell packaging. You've got some nice little bracing foam covered in nice soft plastic to protect the model. And don't grab it by the body, guys. I recommend you grab it from the fuel tank. And soft plastic is wanting to stick. We'll set this to the side. Did a good job with the soft plastic, I can definitely say so myself. They pride in keeping their models protected and well secured during shipment. That's something I really pride Athearn Genesis and Athearn themselves on, for keeping their products nice and detailed oriented and protected in shipment, which is a really good thing that I love about Athearn Genesis. So we've got some handrail protectors on this unit, typical for what you get on these handrails. So I'll quickly just pop these out. Be very gentle when you remove these, because these handrails are very flimsy. So you got to be very careful. And there's going to be one on the other side, like so. Sometimes it's just a simple pull out. Sometimes it can be more challenging. Other than that, there's the locomotive. The lighting in here is not the best. I've done my best to do the best of lighting features for this review, but the camera is definitely not helping with the colors, but it's definitely a lot more vibrant red than it is right now on the camera, and I can guarantee you that it definitely looks much more red to the eye than the camera says, but it's just how it is. The lighting's not the best for this. So here we have VTR 432. This one is one of my favorite units with Vermont Rail. So let's go over some of the detail that Athearn has done. This thing has got a lot of cool features on it. Sorry, I'm still using my brother's tripod, but it's working with me. So to start off, down here at the bottom, you got a plastic snowplow. Usually sometimes these snowplows can be removed, but I don't think they can on this one because it's already mounted. You got accessory hoses, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, they are rubber.
You'd see they're a lot more flexible than the previous model runs. They're rubber hoses. That's what they did. It was a improvement they did with the 2.0 line. Same with the brake hose. Right here is rubber too. KD knuckle couplers. This is a metal coupler with a magnetic glad hand. This is Athearn's own coupler, McHenry coupler as they sometimes call it. Some more hoses. You got a coupler cut lever, which is fixed. It kind of moves a little bit. Looks like some of the handrails might be popping out. That's normal with Athearn Genesis, especially since they're very, very flimsy. I think I got it. So yeah, coupler cut bar, it's right here. It's fixed, so you can't really move it. You got the striping, which is actually unique to Vermont Rail here and some other railroads. They have it. It's kind of reflective, so it allows them to know that that's the danger zone. You got the anti-climber, which is a nice good white sill. You got ditch lights. On here, these are LED ditch lights. And from what I can remember, in Vermont Rail's units, they do not flash. I don't know how it's programmed in the decoder, but if they do, that's fine with me. But they're perfectly nice. Stanchions / handrails, they're good. This one seems to want to pop out a little more than the others. I can say though, they're quite sturdy. They are a little flimsy, since they seem to be a little bit of wire handrails. The chain's fixed. Cab entry door with grab irons on both sides. And I love how they're painted yellow for warnings. Sand fill caps on each side of the nose. That's typical with this type of unit. One more grab iron here, even some on the sides. You got etched metal windshield wipers. This is nice with Athearn Genesis. You can actually see the grade crossing camera in the cab here. It's a new thing they've been doing. Same with this side. You got backlit number boards, according to what I've seen. They'll likely backlight in the back when we run an operation. LED headlight, high mounted. That's what Vermont Rail is used to. Got cab air conditioning unit or GPS antenna, whatever type of thing it is. I'm not 100% sure what this unit has on the top for its antenna or whatever. Right here you got the sunshade. Looks a little crooked. Don't mind that though. We got cab windows, which they're fixed so they don't move. We got deflectors and wind mirrors. You got 482 VTR there. You got the flag, which is new with Vermont Rail when they did this, and their slogan, serving America's industry with pride. You got the little F for the front end of the engine. You got the stairwells, which are yellow too, which is actually unique to Vermont Rail itself. You got very nice truck detail here. See if I can zoom in on it for you. I'm not sure what that is, but you can see very nice truck detail, silver against the black. Really stands out. You got the braking pads, stuff like that. You got something right here. I don't know what that really says. It's probably going to blur on me if I try to do that. SD70M-2 marking right there. Battery box door. Moving up a little bit. You got more handrails right here. These ones, they tend to be a little flimsy, but it seems like they're okay. You got dustbin hatch with an extra vent down here. So yeah, and then you got a walkway here. This is known for being very popular on the big units like the SD70 ACE series. You got the fuel tank, which the natural light is actually helping a little bit with here. You got the slate glass, emergency shutoff, and the fill cap right around here. You got some underbody plumbing. You got Vermont Railway logo clear and crisp on the side. It's a very clear, molded in compartment doors. That's normal. You got some lift rings too, I'm noticing, around the area here. Moving it back toward the rear, got a see-through vent. That's common with these units, and it looks like there's some tools or something inside there, but I can't really tell what they are. These vents for the radiator vents are actually grills are actually see-through, I believe. Let me check. I can tilt it. Actually, no, they're not. So that's an improvement. Difference from the previous runs that I've seen. These are not see-through. This is see-through, not see-through though. This one though, at the very rear, this grill is see-through. You can actually see right through. Same detail on the rear trucks. Pretty much almost identical to what you'd find on the real one. Going to the rear, you got Vermont Rail, some logo here again. You got the numbers on each side, and they just painted it on instead of doing number boards. More grab irons, assist grab iron. Got see-through vents in the back. This is actually something Vermont Rail uses on theirs. Got rear-mounted ditch lights, which are also operational. I don't know if they blink or not, but I know for a fact in the real one they don't. LED headlight on the rear, sound fill cap on top, and then and also a grab iron on here. Pretty much same details on the bottom here. You've got the same coupler, MU hoses, brake hose. You got spare knuckles, which are always handy on these units. Grab irons right by here. And usually on Vermont Rail units, they will have the snowplow on the rear, but they didn't do it on this one, which is okay because there's variation differences. You got lift lugs. Also, I just noticed you got lift lugs, so those help with lifting the engine up for servicing. Going to this side, there's not much difference apart from the brake wheel. On this side, the brake wheels here, same paint. You got some warning labels, which look very nice and crisp and clear. Got some extra details on this side of the units. Fuel tank, got the air tanks, another fill cap, and excite glass. Same logos, etc. Move this back a little bit. Let's see if I can turn the tripod here. Sorry, it's still not working with me. Got another vent for the dustbin hatch. Got a latch door that's actually somewhat 3D. Again, stanchions, somewhat flimsy, but not by much. Got a cab entry door with a wiper. Same on this side, these don't open. And then you've got all the truck detail on this side, and then usually on this end of the unit, if it's visible, it's very hard to see, but right there's the E-bell, the bell for the unit. It's right there. Black on black, it's hard to see, but it's right there. And that's known for the SD70M-2. It's always going to be right there. So that's a plus with that unit part of it. Let's give you a top view here. Let's see if we can get back in focus. There we go. So you've got this ribbing, I'm not sure what it is. You got this little vent, you got lift rings, you got the exhaust, which is see-through, which is very nice. I love how they do this all the time with their units. Horn, this is a K5LLA or K5LL, depending on how many people like to call it. I don't know which version it is, but you can be the judge because there are many people out there that know SD70M-2s, but I know for a fact the default is a K5LLA. But I've heard Vermont Rail 432 has got a K5LL. I'm not sure if that's the case, but you can be the judge for that. That's just from some of my friends. You've got radiator fans. You can actually see them, which is very, very nice with this run. They always impress me with this model design where you can actually see the fan blades in there. Then you got the fake van, the fake third one, but it has blade detail, which makes it very cool. I love it how they do that. It just makes it look unique. It's not like full bland. It actually has some detail, and it's molded, so it's a lot different. Looking on the undercarriage, looks like there's nothing much on the undercarriage of the unit. There is going to be some lights, I believe, from the 2.0 series, so that's going to be something that we'll look at in operation, because I know that for a fact on the 2.0 series of Athearn Genesis. But overall, very nice detail. I love how they have really replicated this unit all over the place. Of course, you got those sanding lines that you can put on the unit, but I don't want to do that because they're so small and I don't know where to put them. which they gave you instructions, but hey, that's how life works now. Anyways, we'll get this thing on the track and we'll fire it up and see how this thing sounds, and we'll go over some of the functions that this thing has for the 2.0 series. This is my first ever 2.0 engine, so I'm going to be getting used to a lot of new stuff with this 2.0 series, so hopefully I'll be able to nail all this on this door. A nice engine. 431 is the exact same, except the number is different. I don't see any difference on that one. But other than that, folks, let's go right ahead into operation. Okay, folks, we are back. So I'm on the layout. This thing's all set to go. I'll need to program it in, which it will be a breeze because Tsunami 2 decoders are very simple. And if you're noticing, yes, that is an Atlas 207 locomotive GP38-3 right next to it. I've been using it a little bit. 3015, you could just see behind it, and then there's an Amtrak unit inside the roundhouse. So just wanted to clarify anyone's questions. GP40-W, that is GP40-2W, that's 3015, and then the P42 DC for Amtrak. But 432 is on the line, and it looks better than ever. I never thought it would look so good. I just closed the shades to reduce some of the glare on the unit. So usually with all Tsunami decoders, whenever you would try apply track power, they will activate their startup sequence. So I'm going to go plug in the power, and we'll see if this thing roars to life. Okay, so there's the startup, and there was something new with that startup sequence. Instead of going straight into the loud buzzer alarm, it actually did the cab interior warning bell light alarm first, which was very cool. I think that is brand new with Tsunami 2. So that's a really nice feature with this new unit of 2.0. Other than that, it looks quite cool. So that was a good startup. So let's get this thing programmed in here. We should have control. I don't think we do, so I'm going to have to program it quickly here. Okay, we should have control now. Alright, hang on a second. I'm gonna have to probably do it on the track here, so give me a second here as I program this thing on the unit. So it's gonna turn off because it's gonna want to program everything. This will give you like a little bit of a DIY note. So whenever you're programming a new unit, sometimes the unit will require a setup. So in this case, what it will do is that it will tell you to program it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put in the number. And we should be good once I exit. And startup sequence should start up again. Alright, we should have control now. Yes, we do. Alright. So that's ZOI, so whenever you program a new unit, no matter tsunami or lock sound, you will need to program it on a track, so the system will get used to it. So whenever you do that, just follow your instructions on your DCC control system, and it will tell you how to do it. So we have it back under control now, and now we have system working.
So we're going to go through some functions of this unit.
So F0 headlight, or you can click the headlight button. So F0 is headlight. And that headlight is very nice looking on camera. Those are nice bright glowing white LEDs. Nice color temperature. Might be a little different on camera, but they are equal in color temperature. F1 is bell. That's a good one. F2 is horn. That is a really good horn. It's a loud one too. That's a good thing. You can adjust the volume to make it quieter, but I think I'll just leave it as is. But that's basically K5LLA horn for you.
F3 is short horn.
So simply press F3 and you get a short blast. You can do it with the normal horn button if you'd like. But in this case, it has that extra feature. F4 is dynamic brake / straight to idle. I think dynamic brake only works when you're stationary, when you're moving, but I'll leave it stationary and it's already at idle, so I'm not going to mess with that function.
F5 is a lighting effect.
And F5 is the ditch lights. And the ditch lights are really nice color temperature. I think one is a little brighter than the other, but they are quite equal. It may look a little different on camera, but it is quite nice. And just to test. Okay, good. So they stay still. So they actually did the proper prototype, correct thing to the prototype. So the lights don't flash, which is correct to the prototype, which I'm totally fine with. So in this case, that's a good thing for this unit. Now that since they don't blink, that's prototypically correct.
Alright, F6 is another light effect.
Not sure what it's controlling. We'll just keep it on for the heck of it, just to see if I notice it later on.
F7 is dimmer and cab chatter.
Don't know how well you heard the cab chatter. It kind of came on early, but it worked out. And if you saw the headlight flickering, don't worry, it's not actually doing that in real life. Looking at it from my angle, it is not flickering when it's dim. It's just a camera issue for the frame rate of the LEDs with the camera, so it's just a camera problem.
F8 is mute.
It will turn off the sound. With all tsunami decoders, it's a mute. It doesn't shut down the unit.
F9's alternative mixer, which basically cuts the volume in half.
As you can see, the engine just became a little quieter. I'll keep it on actually, so you can probably hear me a little better. So it's a little quieter, so you can hear.
F10 is straight to 8.
Or sand sound valve. So in this case, it would read about the prime mover straight to notch 8, and probably when stationary, it would also do the sanding valves at the same time. I'm not going to do that though, just for the sake of time.
F11 is brake set
/ release, so you can hold the engine when you activate this function. It will keep the engine still, and you can rev the RPMs up, and it will not move.
It's the same with F12, which is brake select.
So you basically can select the brake systems on your unit and it will stay still until you release the button. So that's kind of unique. It's like, especially if you want to do it for when you want to simulate coupler slack or just revving the engine up for a heavy load.
F15 is handbrake. Let's see if I can get that here. So let's see here. You probably just heard it there, just for a sec.
And I just deactivated it and I heard a clunk, so that's probably removing the handbrake's pressure.
16 is HEP mode.
On and off, which I don't know if this unit has HEP. That's often usually found on Athearn, on P42 diesels, like Amtrak. That I can confirm later on.
F17's loading
Sequence for fuel. So there's like a lot of basic sound effects that you can actually play for it to make it sound unique.
You got general service on F18, straight to idle on F19. You got steam generator or aux HEP generator
on F20, which is similar to what you would have on the P42. I don't think this one has one. That I could confirm later on.
F21 and 22 are not used. F23 is all aboard / coach doors.
If enabled, which I don't think this one really has, apart from the all aboard. I don't think the coach doors are one thing.
Auxiliary lighting effect on F24, which is if equipped. So let's see if that comes up
somewhere. Okay, so yes, there is a lighting effect. So F24 is the ground lights. This is new with Athearn Genesis. The ground lights are brand new, and I'm pretty sure many people have noticed it before. And it's only on the front. It helps the crew know if the engine's moving at night. So it's basically kind of like a service light, and it stays on until they turn it off.
There's another lighting effect on F25.
Which I'm not 100% sure what it controls. I'll just keep it on for the heck of it.
F26 is notch up RPMs, and F27 is notch down.
So you can manually rev the engines up and RPMs up and down to simulate load against load. So that's a big plus with that. It's always been there.
F28 is not used, and then the emergency stop button does emergency Mars light if equipped,
which this thing does not.
I'm sure the Canadian Pacific or Canadian National units will have
a Mars light equipped, like on the ET44AH. I'm just trying to see if there is backlit number boards. I can barely tell. You might see them lit. I can't tell. Let's see. Are they on? I can barely tell. I don't think they are lit at this moment. I'll do some more tinkering later on to see if I can figure this out. But that's pretty much all the lights and all the functions that you have here. It's all tricked out with a lot of nice things on this unit. So we're going to go ahead and do slow speed. We're going to go from 128 speed steps on my NCE Pro Cab, or Power Cab. So we'll start out at 1. Quite smooth moving and very slow moving. That's some really good speed control. There is a little bit of a lurch. Yet again, this engine has not been broken in. Sorry, this tripod just does not like to turn. Here's 2 speed steps, and it looks like it definitely smooths out by then. Definitely smooths out at 2. 3. 4. And 5.
So definitely smooth running, and it definitely is a really smooth runner. So we'll put it into reverse here. We got rear light, edge lights, and rear headlight. Yet again, keep in mind the camera is going to be showing the flickering. That is not occurring with the unit itself, in my eyes. And again, the temperature on the lights are fairly balanced. I don't think they're out of sync. But rear lights are also good, they're LED. So don't mind the flickering, that's just a frame rate problem. So we're gonna do reverse now. Here's one in reverse. Quite smooth, again, a little lurchy. But again, that will be fixed when you break it in. Here's 2. Three. 4. And 5. So yeah, very smooth operation on this unit. This thing is actually quite well out of the box for how good the running is on this unit. I'd say it's been a really good work by Athearn, making this thing very smooth moving out of the box already, so it seems to do well, but it will need breaking in order to be balanced when running. So yeah, that's pretty much the operation, but I want to double check something here. So I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to take and see if there's a light on the other side. Yeah, there's a running light on the other side, but I don't see a walkway light on the walkway here, so that's normal. So I don't know what's with the number boards. I can't tell if they're lit, unless they are not lit on this model's version. I know the real life one does, but I can always look online, figure out if it's backlit. Maybe I'm just missing something. I'm not sure. But that's pretty much this engine in a nutshell. So basically we're pretty much done with operations. So with that being the case, let's summarize this video up and I'll tell you my final thoughts. So guys, that pretty much wraps up the review of the Athearn Genesis SD70M-2 from Athearn in 2.0 version. I gotta say, for my first ever 2.0 Athearn Genesis unit, I gotta say, they really kicked it out of the park. I've got the patchwork versions in my closet, and I'm gonna be getting rid of those because those are not current. Because now these ones are the correct ones if they're freshly painted. So yeah, I apologize that I didn't cover all the functions. You can always do that if you have your own version. You can always toy around with the sounds and figure out what they are like. For me, I just went over basic sounds that many people like to do. But I apologize for the poor lighting if that's the case. If it does come out poor, try your best. If you didn't see much of like the small details, you can blow it up to 1080p HD in full screen, and you can probably catch it better. I did my best to point out as best as I can. Let me know if I missed anything. But all in all, I give this unit 432 a full 5 stars from Athearn, and I gotta say they did a really good job. And these, although despite being a little delayed coming here, they did a really good job producing it within a patient time frame, and that they replicated the model pretty much from the prototype, and that they did everything pretty much correctly. The only thing I could probably ding it is the missing rear snowplow. That is common on the model, real one, but hey, you can't get everything in life. That could be something you'd always fabricate, 3D print, and you can always do for HO scale, but who knows how good that could be. But
it's up to you. You can do whatever you want to do for your engines. You can always custom make something. You can always find some local hobby shops that could probably do like some maintenance, or even some people that do modeling with locomotives. So there's always a chance you can find out something online and you can figure this out. Now the MSRP on these units is a little hefty. It's around $288 with Athearn. I'm pretty sure they're sold out now at Athearn.com. But you can definitely go to online retailers like trainworld.com and Tony's Train Exchange, like the store I just got mine from. I'm sure there will be some stock left over. There's also probably going to be some from other railroad names like Providence, Worcester, and some others. Depending on how people say Worcester or Chester, I don't know. It's part of the GS Wyoming one. It's not the current Jeep Tiger scheme, but I'm pretty sure they'll do one in the future and make it like that. This one will probably stay the same, as nothing much has changed with this unit. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, keep in mind that things are going to be a little bit slow as I'm currently seeking a full-time job position so I can start earning money of my own. And I'm going to be starting to work around the house. I'm driving myself to and from school, so things are going to be a little delayed. Next reviews are probably going to be delayed, as I don't know when the SD40T-2 or RS1 are going to be coming. Intermountain has been changing their site a little bit, and then Atlas has not updated in a while. But don't worry, I will announce the update notes regarding when those might come. They are back ordered, so they will come as soon as they are. So other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, and hit that bell notification to find out for daily new videos from my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.